Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, Episode 2, The Purpose in the Machine. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are Rachel.
Hola.
And Erika.
This is our smooth jazz night, so... Yes.
Jazz.
We're absent to Clio, but she is absent on a noble purpose of being at the New York City Comic-Con right this moment. Well, not this moment, but today. I don't think she's home yet.
She got Sean Bean's autograph before he died.
She got Sean Bean's autograph before he died. Like, for real died.
Or died in one of the many shows he's in.
Mm-hmm. So, another interesting episode, one I cannot complain about.
Really funny.
I absolutely love May's dad.
Oh, God. Can we have more May's dad, please?
He is one of my favorite Asian actors in anything.
I love the fact that his pants are way up high.
Mm-hmm. His pants are way up high.
It's like, when they kept mentioning her that she's just like her mom and stuff. It's like, oh, dude, I want them both to come to May's mom and dad. Come on, please.
Just both of them be in the same room to gang up on her or something.
Yeah. I think it'd be hilarious.
It'd be kind of interesting. So we find out that May is back home taking care of her dad, who is separated from her mom.
He was like in a car accident.
Yeah, he was in a car accident. His hip was hurt, and apparently, Hunter raised the good point that she's got in her head that maybe Ward ran him over.
Wouldn't be out of...
No, nobody would be surprised if it actually happened. But, hey, we find out that May's not off on some lovey-dovey honeymoon with Andrew anymore.
No. Still shocked and surprised there.
Yeah, it kind of got me.
Yeah. Well, I saw him without her, and I'm like, well, she's not with him.
Not with him. Mm-hmm.
But he knew where she was, because
Right.
he told Sky.
Obviously, yes. So...
Sky, Daisy, whatever.
He does exactly what Daisy says, and, 3 months of observation and then reevaluate for Joey, who we didn't see this episode. Whatever. So the big thing is they barge in on Fitz at the beginning, still having his little freak the fuck out with the monolith.
Yeah.
And they get him out of there and close the door just in time because it liquefies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
It didn't liquefy, though, until Daisy came in the room, so...
Right, and that's my thing.
That does kind of, point towards the theory of the Inhumans activating it.
Right, the Inhumans activating it. And they said that the monolith was deadly to Inhumans. Which, something was happening with Daisy, because when that thing was turned on, her, she started bleeding out of the nose and passed out.
Well, she was hearing the sound, the vibration, the resonation, and she was hearing that, and that was just,
But she was also the only Inhuman in the room.
Yep, she was the only one that heard it.
So, this monolith is deadly to Inhumans thing, I'm guessing that's just going to be the end of that, because the monolith is a pile of dust.
Well, it's been here for a long time. I looked at the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then so that tied into the Asgardian guy.
I love that guy.
Oh god, he's hilarious.
They need to bring him back more often. He is the first funny Asgardian.
Well, he didn't want to leave the Norwegian prison. They had good food.
Norwegian prison, good food. Attention not being drawn to me. It's like, okay, you convinced me. I'm like...
Of all places,
Dorm.
a Norwegian prison. It just seems really weird.
Well, Scandinavian prisons, from what I understand, especially the ones in Sweden, they're more of a try to rehabilitate than punish.
Yeah, they are.
And they're a lot nicer than prisons here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to choose anywhere to be in prison, yes, you're in prison, but I'd be in Sweden.
Yep. But it's just kind of funny. It's just disorderly conduct and drunken in public. And
Asgardians can hold our liquor. Asgardians can hold their liquor. Yeah, I had all the drinks.
He wanted to try to hold it all.
Yeah, hold all the drinks.
It didn't happen.
So the monolith is apparently a portal, which we found out last episode. To where?
We don't know. That's the big old question. And
The same
Asgardian
planet.
isn't helping.
The same planet that Apple 65 is from.
I'll give you that one. Possibly. Who knows what... I mean, according to Fitz and Bobby, it's carbon dated to be 1 billion years older than Earth.
The sand was older than Earth, and I was like, oh, wow.
So, bad weather, and I'm still curious as to what was chasing Simmons.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to figure and it obviously PST or whatever. She has
PTSD.
Yeah. Maybe not the disorder right now because she hasn't shown she's violent to anyone else or anything like that. But her waking up like that, it's pretty close.
Yeah, waking up, the whole gun under the pillow. Well, knife, sharpened stick.
It looked like a stick.
Sharpened stick object, but it's like the whole gun under the pillow thing, waking up, pulling a James Bond almost.
Yeah.
And then going over and laying on Fitz's lap. That was adorable.
Yeah, it's like, what did she see? What did she see? When they went yeah, what was going on? I don't know. But I was going to say, when we got to the castle and got to the inner sanctum where the monolith was supposed to be, I was like, oh, wow, that's a steampunk's playland right there.
That is a steampunk enthusiast's wet dream, that room.
Just a bit.
That machine, yeah.
That machine put together hundreds of years ago to make use of some quantum resonance effect that we don't understand now.
It's just like a vibration. That's how. So Daisy could replicate it because
built by aliens, probably built with the help of an alien, be it Kree or other. Something. And Mr. Asgardian guy, our favorite guest character, he
was there.
Well, he was there, and as he said, they call... What exactly is she? They call themselves Inhumans, his face. I haven't heard that in a really long time.
I know, I was like, really?
Elaborate, please.
Next episode.
God.
Wee bit more, please.
Tell me. I love his story about him going to the castle after seeing the parchment with the Hebrew writing on it. And he's like, well, there were fire, there were fire dancers. But the fact that he's like, it means it could also mean death by punishment. Kind of, well, yeah, I guess they, when they showed the pushing the guy through the door to get in there.
Yeah, and I guess if it is a hostile creature inhabited planet, there's punishment. We're gonna just send you off to the other side of the galaxy to get eaten.
Nom.
Good luck.
I also literally said, oh shit, when Fitz.
Yeah, I loved that suspenseful moment at the end, like the hand is slipping, I'm like, oh god, she's gonna get left there. And then when they cut away from that, I'm like, no, she's gonna show up at the last second. He made it. He succeeded.
But when he jumped in, I literally said, oh shit.
A part of me somewhat expected it, but then when they're showing the probe and they're talking about it, and I'm like, all right, so he's gonna send a probe through.
Yeah, he did. I mean, there was a little part that had, yeah, maybe.
And some monster is going to find it and be like, ooh, but no.
Well, I thought maybe they would send the probe in when they first pitch, it'd be like a monster smashing it, kind of thing.
While we're still on this topic, my question is, what kind of a can of worms is this going to open? Are there other monolithy portals? Will someone have been keeping track of this? Like, hey guys, on our little, penal colony planet here, so a portal was opened and someone escaped.
As the Asgardian, I can't remember his name. He's a doctor something.
Yeah, well.
Um, he's actually been keeping track of them. He's scared of them. He doesn't want to go back.
He's been keeping track of all types of portals, all types of interstellar travel,
so
anything that could get him back to Asgard.
Probably has. Well, he doesn't want to go back.
Right, I know, but that's what I mean. He's been keeping track of anything with the capability of getting him back to Asgard, so it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so he might know more than he's leading on. And from way he said, that he hasn't heard about Inhumans, and the way he was like looking at the monolith and Bobby pointing it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows more.
And the Asgardians are very familiar with the Kree,
yeah.
As far as as we're told so far.
Very much so.
So monolith is a pile of dust. It'll probably reform itself somehow. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean,
never know.
But you know what? I didn't even think of that. It just put it together. It was always a portal that sucked people in. Maybe it was a one-way portal and taking someone the other way.
Blow it up.
Or taking someone the other way created another one on that planet. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Who knows? Let's get off of that. Fitz got Simmons back. Yay. I'm happy. Ward, who we didn't see on the season premiere. We only heard about. Ward is going on, and
he did a little bit of kidnapping.
Yeah, he's putting Hydra back together. Good start by kidnapping Baron von Strucker's kid.
But he doesn't know much about what his dad did.
No, but he seems to be able to handle himself. He's getting tortured, interrogated, and he winds up beating the crap out of that guy.
He's a little craphead.
He's a little fuck. So, von Strucker's kid, as evil as von Strucker?
I don't think he's as evil. He's more influential. He's more influenced by power and knowing what his dad did. Maybe not as evil, but he's more dangerous.
More dangerous. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Von Strucker was very, very systematic in what he did. And this kid seems like he's just a loose cannon that he's a little more dangerous.
He seems like the typical jackass rich kid.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'll go with that. So what else happened this episode besides May trying and failing to play golf?
Von Strucker's kid decided to sign up for a psych class with that
one got me at the end there. Signed up for Andrew's psychology class. And that kind of, I guess, confirms the theory that Ward is going after people May cares about.
Or just going after people that are involved with S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. Because he's now back with S.H.I.E.L.D. So it could go either way.
It's probably going... Yeah. It's probably both.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone knows a little tidbit, just kind of aside. When they were... In the beginning, Bobby was complaining that she's stuck in the lab. And Hunter points out she's missing half a lung.
Yeah.
I was like, well, now we know.
Well, now we know.
Now we know what her problem is.
They didn't exactly give us the extent of her injuries.
Well, now we know she's missing half a lung.
The astute watchers will have noticed the Secret Warriors reference because everybody's like, oh, that's what, Coulson's having Skye form, the Secret Warriors team or whatever.
Yeah.
And Skye just outright says it, like...
Yeah.
This whole Secret Warriors initiative.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, well, we're not sugarcoating shit anymore, are we, Marvel?
Well, they're putting it together because they've got the 20 films to release between now and 2020. So,
oh my God, how many films and Netflix series and this?
Yeah, they just put out the revised, updated schedule a few days ago.
Yeah.
Added 5 more movies onto it that didn't exist already.
Yeah.
We're getting a Spider-Man movie. We're getting another Ant-Man movie. And we're getting 3 movies after the Part 2 Avengers.
Yeah, the Spider-Man one was a little shocking to me. But...
I mean, I know we were getting the only thing confirmed after Part 2 of Avengers 3 was Inhumans.
Oh.
Now there's more.
Now there's more. All the more.
Well, the Inhumans is supposed to be between the two movies.
Right. Okay.
And then there's 3 movies after that, so I don't know if that's the start of a new phase or what.
I'm just happy that, from what I understand, starting with the next Captain America with Civil War, and around that time is when the shows, movies, Netflix series, and they're all going to start referencing each other, directly. There'll be no more little hidden tidbits, no more little background shots or anything. Yeah. There will be active, direct, voiced references.
Because they got, what was it? The MCU got promoted in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
They're now, the MCU itself is now on the same platform level as Pixar and Star Wars. So, Marvel Studios, the MCU itself is now a fully funded company inside Disney. Doesn't have to go through Marvel anymore. It doesn't have to do anything. So now they're just gonna go full ahead.
I like it.
Sorry, had to kill the spider.
Well, there you go. Effective. Yeah, they're just gonna go. They're just gonna go full on, no breaks, straight for it. I like it.
Can we call May Millie now? Since her dad calls her that.
Melinda, Millie.
He calls Millie.
Yeah,
Millie.
Melly. Yeah.
I love the fact that he knew she kept a gun in her golf case.
You keep a gun in your golf case.
I love him. I want so much more of him.
You don't call for years, and now all of a sudden you show up and you're Daughter of the Year.
The fact that she ice skated is kind of...
She was a figure skater before a martial artist. And I like her logic. Padded floors.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great logic.
Great logic. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was... I love the dynamic between them. And he's very straightforward, but very caring. And, you're just like your mother. With your silence.
With your silence.
Means yes.
Silence
or when he's like,
yes.
I may not be a secret agent, but I lived with your mother.
I'm not a spy.
But I have lived 40 years with your mother.
I know. I was like, I want these. I'm sorry. I so want her parents to come together.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Now that they introduced him, it's going to happen.
They have to.
So, Hunter shows up and almost gets his head taken off, but Hunter shows up and divulges the plan to May, who is in with it, after stating, adamantly
she was
that she's
out.
out.
She was out of...
Then she's loading up a whole bunch of assault rifles. She's in.
After she got the phone call from Andrew that, Simmons was good.
That Simmons was good. Mm-hmm.
It's Hunter. I love Hunter. He's just like, come on, May, crack a smile.
Come on,
it's
beers. Smile for once in your life.
She's all...
Yeah.
Yeah, she was happy.
She was. Of course she was. She was very... between that, and everything else that went on, I think it just built up on her to the point where she's like, I gotta just get away.
Mm-hmm. Gotta just get away. And Coulson...
Gotta get away.
Yeah.
Isn't that song?
Coulson really is having trouble with calling Sky with Daisy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Sky, wake up, Sky.
It's Daisy.
Daisy.
Now. What? You're really having trouble with that. In his face, like, damn it.
Damn it.
It's like the first thing she says when she wakes up, Daisy.
Now, my comment overall on this episode, it was a great episode. I haven't been disappointed by a S.H.I.E.L.D. episode since before the middle of the first season.
Yeah.
When, they got their shit together. My overall critique is it didn't have a lot going on.
There was a lot, but there wasn't a lot.
There was a lot, but there wasn't a lot. It was focused. Like, just 3 things. May and her father and Hunter showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the Asgardian dude to figure out the monolith. And the whole monolith stuff. And Ward.
Ward, yeah. That's how I kind of did it. It was like those 3 different
And
this show seemed... This show seemed more about... Like, the first few episodes was like, introducing the pieces and showing out, And now this is all putting everything back together, putting the team back together. Shield is going to rise up. Ward's putting Hydra back together, so that team's going to show up. The other they introduced the other teams, the ATCU and whatever else. So they're really just going forward.
They're going to shake some things up.
Mm-hmm. One thing I liked is that it was so minimally focused, because you look at some shows like Game of Thrones, which is 60 minutes, no commercials. 60 minutes straight, there's so many characters and so much shit going on. It's like, all right, we're going to spend 4 minutes here, and then 4 minutes here, then 3 minutes here, then 5 minutes here, and then 6 minutes here, and then 7 minutes here, and then we're going to go right back to the first people, and then we're going to go on to number 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and back to 2.
It's kind of like how Heroes does.
Yeah, exactly. All this shit compressed into, except for the big crazy episodes where it's like one episode devoted to an entire area.
It's usually a wedding.
Yeah. It's always the weddings. I like it more focused. Because, in the premiere, we didn't see Ward at all.
Yeah, it makes it easier to watch.
Mm-hmm. It does make it much easier to follow.
And to follow that, yeah. And to pick up on subtle things and stuff like that.
So I'm hoping that much more of this season is like that.
So we need more Asgardian, and we need more May's dad.
We need much more May's dad. Those are two great side characters.
May's dad comes on as team counselor.
Team counselor. Assuming he survives
he just sits there and talks to you.
I don't know. I just love him. I love him.
I do like him. They added a lot of good side characters to this.
Yep.
No complaints.
No.
I like it.
They fit well. They weren't like just something thrown in. Mm-hmm. They did something to the story.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering how they filmed that car scene with Ward jumping through the pillars on the car. Like, I know they probably had stunt drivers and stuff, but that was just impressive to watch.
It was impressive to watch, but you know what? Stunt drivers, or a lot of actors and actresses go through stunt classes. The one I remember from the second Matrix movie, Carrie-Anne Moss did that entire motorcycle scene. That was her driving the motorcycle. That wasn't a stunt double or anything, and she was, I think, 5 or 6 months pregnant when she did it.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if the actor, Brett Dalton, did that himself.
Yeah, I don't know what we haven't really seen him in anything else, so.
I've never seen him in anything else.
Yeah, I haven't done any background check or anything like that. See, maybe it is in his back,
Just getting the car through all those pillars, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
It really was.
It was very impressive. I agree. I liked it.
And whether or not those people were actually there or if they were just CGI'd in later.
That's another thing. They've come so far with CGI that if it's well done, you can't tell.
Well, that one would be easy since they were kind of blurs anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were just standing in stationary spots, but still. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, good episode, a lot going on, but very, focused, very concise. So, we've covered everything.
Yes. That's why, that makes it easy.
I like it.
I do. It makes it easy when they do that.
So we could talk about next episode.
Yes.
It's called A Wanted, a play on a wanted man. It's A Wanted in Hue, in parentheses, man. Daisy Mack and Coulson is the official tidbit. Daisy Mack and Coulson race to protect Lincoln as Rosalind's team hunts down the Inhuman being Lincoln, in their quest for powered people. Meanwhile, Hunter proves that there is no line that he will not cross to exact his revenge against Ward and Hydra.
Well, he's going to infiltrate it at the lower levels. Or he's going to try.
I'm curious.
I am curious how that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I watched of the promo, Lincoln, he is so screwed up right now.
He is so screwed up. But what was it? Think about it. His whole...
See, the dog agrees.
The dog agrees, I know. His whole life's goal, his whole philosophy and everything was shattered by what's-her-face? Sky's mother. Name.
Yeah.
Not coming to me. But,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
Jin something or something like that.
It was.
Jiang, that's it.
But yeah, that whole thing, his whole everything just came crumbling down, and he's trying for a normal life, which now isn't ever going to happen. So,
as much as he wanted it to happen in the first place, it was probably never going to stay that way.
right. Very true. I mean, do you want to be a medical professional? Sorry, you can shoot lightning out of your fingertips.
Yeah.
There's nothing normal
But
about
then he
that.
doesn't need to, need the paddles to shock anyone back to life.
You know, I thought about that the first episode. I'm like, that must come in handy. Well, that's about that. And I can't complain. But, short episode, whatever. Great, I like it. We'll probably have
We were late anyways, but yep.
We'll have much longer ones later in the season.
Oh, I'm sure
Things
we
are
will.
just getting started.
Yes.
So on that note, Erika, where can they find you?
All around the internet at Erika Rain 7.
Indeed. Rachel?
You can find me at Savannah17 right here on Twitter and on Twitch. It's just Savannah.
Excellent. You can find me on Twitter at Philidrin. You can find all of us on Facebook, MySpace, Gmail, Google+, Twitter, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. And if you're watching us live, Omi, Dom, and I believe Kim are doing iZombie right now, simultaneously with us. So if you're interested in seeing more stuff, go hop over and watch them. And tune in next week, Thursday night, 9, for more S.H.I.E.L.D. Farewell.